One thing that you mentioned earlier that I wanted to circle back to a little bit is, again, this is close to my heart, right? So I've got a 7 and 2-year-old boys, and it's always this, well, especially with having a real young one, a 2-year-old, it's hard to, with family at the track and like managing all that stuff. So what's the dynamic like? Like, how do you manage? Because I think your kids travel, they go to the track with you, right? Quite a bit.
Yeah, whenever they can, when we don't have school and stuff.
Sure. So how does that work? Like, how do you guys like make that?
And the wife is always out there too, not just the kids.
Yeah. And like, how old are they and stuff?
So 5 and 7. My daughter's 5 and my boy's 7. And it takes a lot of time, like when you're doing this, like away from home and stuff. So originally my plan, when I was doing clutch kickers and stuff, I had an RV. I bought an RV so they can all come. And that's back when they weren't in school, like, so they could come all the time.
Right. And
it was awesome because it was like a family trip, and the kids were just like hanging out in the back of the RV, and like they could go to sleep in the bed, and it wasn't, we could like park anywhere and it still be, it was awesome. Like those, I think those are memories I like to get.
Core memories, right?
Core memories, yeah. And like I'll always remember it. So I'm so happy that I did that, and we went to clutch kickers to 10, 15-hour drives and stuff.
So they were young then too. You're talking like 1 in what, like 4 or 3 or something like that?
Yeah, like 3 and 1 or 2 and 5 and 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, like back when you were going to like Emerald Coast and stuff.
Yeah.
I kept the bus, Rish.
I know.
And so that was a great experience because like my wife has always been super supportive with everything that I do. And I think that's one of the core things of why I'm able to do what I do. If it wasn't for my wife, I
Amen to that. I understand that.
Like, yeah. It is what it is. I'm trying to get some points right there.
Yeah. Love you, wife.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, she's being like extremely supportive. She knows that this has always been my passion, and it's something like she kind of like pushed me to do it too. Like she was the first one to, before I even did a track day, like she bought this NASCAR, an IndyCar. What do you call this?
Like a driver experience thing?
Like a driver experience thing that you get to drive an Indy and a NASCAR. And when she gifted that to me, like I think I was still in college. Like I cried, like it was like, I'm like, I'm taking tears out. And it's like, because it was in December and stuff. So, she kind of like, she's always been like, yeah, you want to do this because it's your passion, go do it, So it's really up to that. And I try to bring my kids as much as possible. I feel like it's a good example to show them, like, if you have dreams and goals, like, to go for them. And whenever there's no school, of course, they come to the track, and we try to make it a day.
What do you guys do to like make them comfortable? Like, do you do anything special to kind of like accommodate for them to be there, either with your trailer or an RV or?
Yeah. Right now that they're older, they play with other kids. Like when Henry takes his kids, like playing around, and now they got the crazy car, so it's like they enjoy going to the track because they get to do this stuff.
Gotcha.
That was my fault.
Yeah.
My son took the crazy car, and now
Note to self, I guess I need to get a crazy car.
Yeah.
For my older one.
I think we talked about this before, because I asked him, would you like your son to do the same thing you're doing now? I think if they gravitate towards it, like my son is at every event.
How old is he?
He's 13 now.
13, yeah.
But he's like almost 6 foot now. Yeah.
How old was he when he started going? Like has it been forever? Or yeah.
I always brought them with me.
Yeah.
Always.
I always have a hard time because, like, well, my 2-year-old's a lot, but I leave it up to my wife if she wants, because she's the one who's got to have to watch him while we're there. So it's like, are you up to it or not, basically, and it's now that my older one's getting a little older, and obviously like he can kind of manage himself, make some good choices now. I think like it's a little easier, but
we really want to bring him out and be like, this is what men do. This is, the men cohesion. This is what the boys do. That, this is this environment that you can, grow up with us and see how things work.
I think that's what me and Lewis was talking about one day.
Yeah.
I think you should let them choose naturally.
Yeah.
If you're pushy and you're pushing, no, look, you need to change tires. Oh, no, you need to do this. Look, learn how to do that. I kind of let my son decide because he also plays basketball.
Yeah.
So I kind of let him decide. Like, and he always gravitates towards the cars.
Yep.
So once I saw that, I kind of like, okay, I'm gonna take you here, and then, but I let him do it on his own.
Yeah,
I never push it onto him. He'll see me, drift in the car, whatever. And my daughter, I think she's going the same direction. She's already talking about Miata and this and that, and like,
yeah,
But I I don't push it onto them. I let them see what they're gonna do, and like if I see that they show interest, then I'll bring in more and like that.
That's I've been doing that with like So I've had my son do a lot of different sports and stuff, and I've been giving him opportunities to like want to do some of that stuff. And now he's like, this last year especially, a couple times he's been like, I want a project car so I can like drive it to school when I'm, he's 7. I'm like, okay, cool. Like, so I'm like, well, I'll tell you what, as we're driving around, if you see a car that's cool, you point it out to me so I can see like what kind of car it is and like see where his tastes are a little bit, But I've been a little bit too like, okay, well, if you want to do some of this stuff, like go to the track. I gave him a job. He calls himself the tool king. So he's like the tool master. So I like, okay, like if you want, he likes to like be organized. So he wants to like organize the tools.
After he came to my place 2 years ago and messed up all my tools, told him he couldn't touch them again unless he put them back in their proper
But he
place.
did though. But he did.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. The next time he knows now.
So yeah, that's
now he's the tool master.
Like my son likes to do the easy stuff. Like he won't wrench on the car unless it's something easy, changing like a wheel.
Yeah.
Like at the beginning, he'll do like stuff like that. Like little stuff. Once it got to the hard stuff, he was gone, nowhere to be found.
Yeah.
But little by little, he's kind of like,
perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
back
good.
To it and really wanting to learn more.
Very cool. Well, thanks for the pro tips on some of that stuff. Hopefully, it sounds like we have some kids in the same age range too.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. Our 7-year-olds would probably be buddies.
Oh yeah, big time. Yeah, so
sure.
I know. We'll have to coordinate that one time. We'll go,
and there's other wives out there, so Candace can make some friends.
Yeah, so she's actually in a spot for me in a couple of rounds this year.
Oh, nice.
So she's really competitive, so it's kind of funny. She's like,
I want to see it between Lewis's wife and Candace going at it.
That's the big part of it, man. I think that's a big part of it. Part of me competing this year is the same thing. My wife is just pushing me to do it.
It was my wife's idea for me to start like building a little bit of a program for myself. Yeah.
I think you need, like, for anyone that's trying to do this, you need to have that background because you can't do it without them.
100. Yeah, definitely. I agree. Yeah.
And his family, man, they're so freaking cool. His dad, yeah. Lewis Senior, he's something.
Good to know.
Yeah,
the old man.
Yeah, his mom, like everybody, they all show support. They're always there to like cheer him on and all of that stuff.
I feel like it's a whole other level when like the whole family gets involved a little bit, and like it's like that core memory stuff, right?
Though.
Well, yeah.
In the sense of like racing, he did not want me racing at all. Like it was like a big no.
Was he a racer?
No.
Oh, okay.
Like he would do like young stuff like back in the day, but not like committed. So yeah, it was. That's one of the things too that I went from like circuit racing to drifting.
He told me he was a stripper once. I don't know if I believe him, but
does he have like the moves still? Like
I don't know. He can move.
Yeah,
he can't move. He can't move.
I mean, I've heard some music in your pits. Do we know the right jam to get him moving?
You don't really need it. You just as soon as he hears something, he starts, It's natural to him.
I'm learning so much about you. I love it. This is what I'm here for. All right.